I'm David Scandura.
I'm Justice Burkett.
And today we're here to find out, is Predator 2 the greatest movie ever made?
Okay, pussyface. It's your move. Shit happens.
Starting off a little calmer this time, I guess.
Yes, a gentle opening.
Yeah.
Predator, welcome to our episode on Predator 2.
A treatise on the cinematic aspects of Predator 2.
Very much not this movie's energy.
No.
The kind of like quiet, like NPR voice is pretty antithetical to the energy that Predator 2 gives off. Really loud movie right away.
I'm sitting here with Danny Glover, star of Predator 2. Danny, welcome to the show. I'm getting too old for this shit.
He's not too old for this shit in this movie, though.
Oh no, I saw an interview with him, or read a quote from him where he was like, I was in peak physical shape for this movie. I was on top of my game.
He looks great. His neck is wide in this movie. When he's changing shirts at one point, shows off the muscles a little bit. I was like, looking good, Danny. All right.
Yeah. He's very sweaty in this movie.
He's no Carl Weathers in the first Predator, but that's like the most jacked a dude has ever looked. Like Carl Weathers somehow is the most jacked dude in a movie that has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Yeah. Welcome to the greatest movie ever made, the show where we watch a movie and tell you if it's the greatest movie ever made.
Motherfucker!
I'm David Scandura, joined as always by my co-host and one ugly motherfucker, Justice Burkett.
Walked right into that.
Like, was it going to be anything else?
Yeah.
This movie does not have the most memorable quotes in it, necessarily.
No.
As someone who's only seen it twice.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I would say the most memorable quote in this movie is "shit happens," which is like... That's not even a quote from your movie. That's just you saying a popular turn of phrase multiple times.
Yeah, the two times that the Predator in close-up talks to the camera. Those are kind of memorable.
I do like when Danny Glover calls him Pussyface, though. Your move, Pussyface. Because, his face does resemble a vagina.
Yeah, especially in this movie.
A labia majora and minora.
It does seem like they intentionally made his mouth more vaginal.
Yeah, they do. Like, Danny Glover says Pussyface, and then, like, the visual gag is it cuts to a close-up of the Predator looking especially yonic. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here today to talk about the second Predator film. Before we do that, so, like, I've seen you...
Yeah. It feels silly to ask this
multiple,
question.
More often than usual, and I see you quite a bit as it is.
We've seen each other 3 days in a row, and before that, we only had a one-day break since the last time we had seen each other. So, like, out of the last 5 days, I've seen you 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took the last week off, and I was basically over here, like, every other day.
Yeah, pretty much. But you can still ask me how I'm doing. We can just make this part short.
Yeah.
Probably. I'm doing good. The winter production for the Shakespeare Festival is coming up, so next week's probably going to be a busy week, but I am feeling good about it. And I had a good Halloween with you and High Priestess Pod. It was a fun night.
And you cut your hand open.
I did cut my hand open breaking wood because I was bonfire pilled after Halloween. And so last night I was like, I'm going to do another bonfire. Halloween wasn't enough. I need to do this 2 nights in a row. And I was breaking sticks to throw them on the fire, and I like gouged my hand pretty bad with one of them. So that's super fun.
Shame that you don't have a Predator healing kit
to
cauterize the wound with glass and tile.
Yeah. But yeah, all that to say I'm pretty good other than the hole in my hand. And I do have a media recommendation. The new Primitive Man album, Observance. Primitive Man, crushing death doom band that I think maybe has gotten a shout out on the podcast before. I can't remember. But their new album is so fucking good. David, how are you doing?
I'm good. I had last week off, and I think I mostly had a really good time.
Nice.
I had a couple of things that I wanted to do personally that I didn't quite get around to, but I managed to keep myself busy and spend a lot of time with you and get out and walk and experience the season changing and all of that. I would say for the most part, I had a really good week.
Nice.
As far as recommendations go, Halloween night, you and I watched Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
And I want to say that, like, we didn't really talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
But I was so surprised by that movie.
Yeah.
A movie that, like, is ostensibly about the kidnapping, torture, and eventual murder of 2 teenage girls.
Yes.
So, like, keep that in mind
when
you're approaching this media recommendation.
Right. Like, massive trigger warning for sexual assault if you're going to watch that movie.
If you don't know anything about Wes Craven's Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
But I always heard that it was, like, trashy and exploitation, and, like, some people describe it as borderline snuff film.
Right, like a proto-torture porn type of thing I've heard people describe it as.
Yeah. And I definitely think that movie has elements of bad taste.
Sure.
It is definitely treating this subject matter with maybe not the most grace.
Mm-hmm.
But what I do want to say about that movie, I think in some cases with low-budget exploitation filmmaking, when a filmmaker doesn't stick to the conventions of traditional filmmaking, and also, like, transgresses thematically and, like, ignores societal norms in terms of themes and taste. When you're kind of in that uncharted territory, sometimes you create something brilliant and profound, despite all of the depravity and grotesquerie.
Yeah.
And I kind of think Last House on the Left approaches that.
Yeah, I agree with you.
In some cases.
I agree with you. I think it's a special exploitation film.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about Wes Craven or Last House on the Left. We're here to talk about another similarly anti-drug film, I would say. Last House on the Left has a little bit of an anti-drug streak, right? It's like, going out and trying to score pot gets you murdered. And in this movie, if you're a member of a drug gang, you might just get fucking killed by a predator.
Especially if you're a racist caricature of a drug gangster.
I just want to say, because, like, this movie is racist. It's sort of bafflingly nonsensically racist. Like, the racism in this movie doesn't seem to stem from any kind of real life source. It's sort of they invented new racism for this movie.
Correct.
Because for the first half of the movie, the main antagonists, because the predator is sort of, like, off to the side. We're not really spending much time with the predator for the first, like, hour or so. For the first bit, the main antagonists of the movie are a gang of Jamaican voodoo drug dealers.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yes, and there's also a Colombian drug gang.
Yeah. And it's like, right, it's like the Colombian cocaine pushers versus the Jamaican weed dealers. It's again, it's nonsensical. It is the type of racism that, like, it reminded me of Bloodsport, where I was like, this racism is almost so novel. Like, they're really inventing new ways to do racism here, and that almost makes it kind of quaint.
Yeah. So, like, watching this, it really set in with me this time. Like, this is Predator by way of RoboCop and Lethal Weapon.
I was thinking RoboCop big time.
It's not quite in the kind of dystopian future that RoboCop is, but it's flirting with the ideas.
It is set. So this movie came out in 1990. It is set in 1997. So
Yeah.
they're doing, like, a near future dystopia type of thing. And it's very RoboCop, where it's like, yeah, like, in the near future, crime has just run rampant, and, like, the gangs basically are as powerful as the police, and cities are war zones, right? It's also very Judge Dredd. It's very, like, it was also reminding me, so this is the fourth movie that we have covered that has the setting of near future, where criminal gangs are sort of in the act of starting an American apocalypse. The other ones being RoboCop, Deadbeat at Dawn, and Stone Cold.
Okay.
So this is the fourth one that is sort of like this. It's the one that does it the worst, unfortunately, is Predator 2, out of all those movies that I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Predator 2. An often derided sequel that, like the last couple of movies that we've covered, has gained some cultural reappropriation or reappraisal, I should say.
Yeah.
And has a bit of a cult following.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to talk about it because, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
Predator Badlands is coming out.
Right.
And that's why we did this.
On the day of this release, Predator Badlands is in theaters, and I don't know, fucking go watch it if you want. They're not paying us.
And we could have talked about the first Predator, and then I thought about it, and I was like, not that we won't ever talk about Predator on this show, but maybe more than a lot of the movies that we've covered, I think that would be a very boring episode.
It would just be us being like, and then it's awesome when this happened, and then it's awesome when that happened.
Right.
And it's cool as shit when Arnold says this, and
Right.
it's cool as hell when Carl Weathers says that.
And in addition to that, there's, I feel like that movie production, the story behind that movie, I've absorbed so much of that
It's very
through
well
cultural
documented.
osmosis that
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, and then Stan Winston was on a plane with James Cameron,
Exactly.
and
Yep.
James Cameron designed the mandibles for the Predator,
Yes.
and Jean-Claude Van Damme was supposed to play the Predator originally.
Yes.
You know all those facts.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you're saying it, and I'm like, yep, he's hitting all the ones I would have mentioned.
Jesse Ventura found out from the costuming crew that his biceps were 1 inch bigger than Arnold's, so he challenged Arnold to a bicep off, and Arnold won because Arnold lied to told the costume crew to lie to Jesse Ventura about that because Arnold is an expert at psychological warfare.
He's a fucking maniac.
Everyone knows that, and
anyway,
also
so that is the Predator 1 episode. We just did it.
Yeah, is Predator the greatest movie ever made?
Yeah, of course. Is Predator the greatest movie ever made?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is a 2 for 1 then.
That's Predator 1. And also, Running Man is like the next thing that we're doing.
Right.
So been 2 Arnold movies back to back.
Yeah.
I didn't realize when I made the decision to do Predator 2 that I was exchanging 2 back-to-back Arnold movies for 2 back-to-back Maria Conchita Alonso movies.
Yeah. She's in the Running Man?
She's in the Running Man.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
So
I like her in this, though.
Yeah.
She's a highlight of this movie.
Yeah.
Until the movie's like, she's pregnant because she's a woman, and then just gets her out of the movie. Which I was like, all right, I guess. I kind of liked that character. But it's like, well, she's pregnant, so now she's taking an ambulance ride out of the movie.
Yeah, but they're trying to expand the Predator lore.
I actually do like that the Predator
Yeah.
he's a chivalrous guy. He's not gonna hurt a pregnant woman.
Yeah.
He's like I will kill a woman if they have a gun. I'll kill anyone if they have a gun, but I'm not gonna kill a pregnant woman.
Or kill a kid with a plastic gun.
Yeah. Although he will scare the shit out of that kid, which
Yeah.
I do appreciate. And the kid's in a cemetery, so he assumes he's a ghost, which is one of the moments of humor that really works for me in this movie. Some of the humor in this movie, it hurts me to say it, a lot of it is Bill Paxton, does not really work for me. But I like that kid thinking the Predator's a ghost.
Yeah.
That made me laugh.
So this is your first time with this.
I had never seen Predator 2 before.
You've
yes.
never seen any other Predator film aside from the first one?
I've seen Prey.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen. So the entirety of my Predator knowledge is now this movie, the first movie, and Prey, and that's it.
Okay.
You've seen like all of these, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had seen the first Alien versus Predator as a kid. That may have been my first Alien or Predator movie.
That's wild.
I don't remember
Seeing AVP as your introduction to both.
Yeah, because I think on our Alien episode, I talked about that either I saw the first Alien, Alien 3, or AVP first, and I can't remember which it was.
Right. It was in the sweltering hot treehouse with your childhood homie. Yeah.
That's correct,
Yeah.
my friend.
I remember the David lore. I got it locked
Yeah.
away in the old memory bank.
Because I definitely watched the first Alien with my dad, but my childhood friend Sam was a big fan of Alien 3 and AVP.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't seen this one until relatively recently, in the last 3 or 4 years or so, I did a Predator week.
Yeah.
Where I watched all the Predator movies, including both AVP movies, back to back to back.
Hell yeah.
And if there is a bad way to experience this movie for the first time, it is immediately after watching the first Predator movie.
Yeah, it's been at least 18 months since the last time I watched the first Predator movie, and I do think this movie benefited from that, where I haven't consumed any Predator in a while, so once the Predator showed up, I was like, man, it's great to see that guy again. I can imagine that if I just watched one of the greatest action films ever made and then watched this, I might be less charitable.
Yeah, and like, I love Danny Glover, but he is a step down from the greatest actor in the world, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, and also, again, I love Danny Glover. I think the second lead of Predator, Carl Weathers, I prefer that performance over this one. That being said, Danny Glover is really committing in this movie. he is hooting and hollering his way through this movie.
He did show the fuck up for this, I think.
Yeah. I just love that in every scene he's basically throwing someone up against a wall, screaming at somebody, threatening to hit people. He's just like bulldozing his way through this movie.
Yeah, it's like 30 or 45 minutes into this movie when we have a scene with him in the police station, and his chief is like,
the chief is reading his rap sheet.
Yeah, it's like, however many counts of excessive force, and it's like, yeah, I can fucking tell.
Yeah, it's like this guy, you're right, he's got like 18 counts of excessive force. He's destroyed 11 squad cars and a city bus.
What was this guy doing before Predator 2?
I think in this case, he's doing battle with an extraterrestrial, but I think he's pretty much going this hard even when it's just like regular human gang members too.
Right. He's not really He's not really a physical match for the Predator, but definitely in terms of temperament, when the Predator shows up, he's like, this is the last fucking thing I need right now. Is some fucking alien.
I like it. Yeah, I like when Gary Busey and Adam Baldwin are like, isn't this so exciting? We're going to capture an alien. And Danny Glover's like, I'm going to fucking kill this thing. I don't give a shit. There's life on other planets? Good. I get to fucking kill it. I can't wait to see what its blood looks like. This guy's a maniac.
Yeah,
I love him. Yeah, this movie's we are recording this very quickly after our last episode, so we don't really have any research from ET. Sorry, ET, that we arranged our recording schedule this way. But I was wondering if you had any Predator 2 background that you wanted to hit before we start getting into it.
Yeah, there's a little bit that I can touch on that I just scanned through really quickly before coming over. They had 6 different ideas for a new Predator film as far as settings and premises, and they came up with Predator in the urban jungle.
Yeah.
They originally wanted to get Arnold back in the Gary Busey role, where he's like a government guy who's hunting these things down. Salary disputes led to Arnold stepping away from the film because Arnold's fucking the biggest star in the world at this point.
Right.
And so producer Joel Silver brought over several cast members from Lethal Weapon, Gary Busey, Danny Glover, and a couple others. So they shifted it to being a kind of a two-hander between Danny Glover and Gary Busey.
Yeah.
It was critically panned upon its release.
Right.
And now people like it again, I guess.
Yeah.
There have been multiple times throughout, I think, the Predator series where it's like Arnold could have come back, either in terms of actually he was in talks to come back, or I watched the movie and I'm like, he could have been that character.
Yeah.
There's a character in Predators played by the great Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Who's been living on this planet, hunting, on the run from the predators, and it's sort of like this could have been Arnold.
Right. It's kind of weird that he never came back, because he came back to Terminator over and over again.
Right.
They kept getting him back.
Right.
And and it's like he's so iconic in that first movie. It's kind of weird to me that he's never made a return to the franchise.
I'm really, so they've teased him he's shown up in like comics.
Right.
And I think he's a playable character in the Aliens versus Predator arcade game and shit like that. Like he shows up, but as far as actually Arnold Schwarzenegger reprising his role, it hasn't happened yet.
Do you think it could still?
I think it. So I guess spoilers for Predator: Killer of Killers, which I just watched. Dutch appears in a post credit scene.
Oh, cool.
But he's not voiced by anyone. He's like frozen in stasis.
Got it.
So it's possible that Dan Trachtenberg is building up to getting Arnold back, but I think that's depending on if Arnold wants to come back.
Yeah.
But he's confirmed that at least Arnold is still around. Dutch is still around in the Predator universe.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't mind it. That would be one of those like legacy throwback fan service things that I'd be okay with.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no Arnold Schwarzenegger in this movie. Instead, we have Gary Busey, as you mentioned. Gary Busey and Danny Glover sort of in different movies that converge. This movie is two movies.
This movie is charitably a mess.
Yes. It's not surprising to me that you said that this movie basically started out as like Dutch is coming back. He's like hunting predators. And then they lost Arnold Schwarzenegger and pivoted because you can see the remnants of the like, here's like an elite like U.S. government operative hunting predators thing in this, but they also don't have enough of that for a whole movie. So then they were like, okay, now we're just gonna combine that with a different movie. Yeah, it's a mess. There's the whole like near future RoboCop drug war shit, and then there's like some X-Files nonsense going on with Gary Busey,
right? And a little bit of Aliens too, with the sequence in the meatpacking facility.
Yeah, although boy oh boy is fucking Adam Baldwin staring at a monitor way less compelling than Sigourney Weaver staring at a monitor. I was like, whoo, that is a downgrade. Adam Baldwin's fucking vacant ham face just staring at this monitor.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Danny Baldwin.
Adam Baldwin isn't one of those Baldwins. He's just a different Baldwin.
He is?
Yes, he's not related to Alec. He's just he's another guy named Baldwin.
I think I probably always thought he was, and then like learned that and forgot about it.
Yeah, he's just a different white guy with the last name Baldwin.
Yeah.
But he is also a shitty right-wing guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him in Firefly, and that's like the kind of the goodwill that I have towards him.
I love him in Firefly. I also think he's good as like the main G-man in Independence Day. Like when he shows up in that movie, I'm kind of like, all right, this is like good Adam Baldwin. In this movie, I was like, he doesn't have it yet. He's pretty young in this, and like just anytime his face has command of the camera, I was like, this man does not know how to act.
Yeah, well, he's relegated to exposition guy.
Yeah.
And Gary Busey is a much more interesting exposition guy in this.
Yeah, although I really wish Busey was going crazier in this. He's sort of subdued. He's kind of reined in this.
I kind of like it, though.
I wish we got some of that classic Busey, manic energy.
I sort of like seeing Gary Busey as a serious actor in this movie.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a change of pace, I think.
I just feel like this maybe isn't the movie for it. Because it's like,
sure,
if I'm going to see serious Busey, I would like that in a serious movie.
Okay.
Not a movie where a fucking space alien gives a flintlock pistol to Danny Glover.
Gary Busey, Oscar bait drama.
Yeah, man. Give it to me. I don't give a shit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he's got.
Yeah. So this movie starts in Los Angeles in the future, the near future.
Yes, the near future of 1997.
I love that we used to do that, like the dystopian future of the 90s.
Yeah.
I like this opening shot of the Hollywood Hills. And the palm trees, and it's like the jungle music from the first one is going.
Yeah.
And then you pan over, the helicopter goes over the Hollywood Hills, and you see Los Angeles.
Yes, I will take this a step further. I don't just like this opening shot. I like this whole opening sequence. I think the movie starts strong because the opening action sequence is this huge shootout between these two gangs, and then like the cops get involved, so it's kind of like a tri-party shootout. And like cars are flipping over and exploding. Tons of people are getting shot. We're setting off like wall squibs and stuff. It's really chaotic, and like it's a good action set piece. I think this movie opens strong. And the problem that I have with it is, like, I think the first 20 minutes of this movie are better than the entire rest of the movie. But I like this opening. I think it's great.
I think it's one of the stronger parts of the movie for sure. And it is just kind of chaos. It's just yelling and chaos and explosions. We have the newscasters covering it and like cowering as they get shot at. This fucking
guy, Tom Pope or whatever his name is.
That's where like some of the Verhoeven RoboCop comes in.
Yes,
with the Tom Pope stuff.
Yes, he's reporting for a show called Hardcore, and it's just like this like combination of like local broadcast news, but it also kind of has like a TMZ like irreverent edge to it.
Yeah.
And then later on, he's just like airing footage of these skinned bodies, and I'm like, okay, in this dystopian 1997, apparently you can just like get away with anything on TV.
I guess so.
You can just like, oh yeah, here's all these flayed corpses. I also like because these news broadcasts are sprinkled throughout the movie. I like the one where he's talking about like after after the drug lord guy gets killed, and he's like, oh yeah, the body count from Lieutenant Harrigan is now 5 pieces of shit drug nobodies and 1 good cop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then Danny Glover punches him at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I love in this movie?
What do you love in this movie?
And it starts right in this opening action sequence.
Yeah.
The guns in this movie are fucking nuts.
I love that they just take like a normal piece and then they just put a bunch of fucking bullshit on it.
This is like, I think probably to a modern someone who doesn't know that much about guns.
Yeah.
And I don't know a ton about guns, but I maybe know a little bit more than the average person because of the gun shorts.
I think you know more than me.
Because I love gun shorts on YouTube.
Right. Yes.
I was like, man, there are so many Steyr Augs in this movie. We got like 3 or 4 gang members shooting off Augs in this.
I like the part during this opening shootout when Danny Glover's looking for a gun in his trunk. He has a trunk full of guns.
Yeah.
And he's like going for a handgun, and he like pulls out this like regular looking like 9mm or whatever, and he goes, too small. And then he grabs from a holster that is like attached to the top, like the lid of the trunk. He like pulls out this enormous fucking like god killer. It's crazy.
His primary sidearm in this movie is a Desert Eagle with a top-mounted laser sight. Every gun has a laser sight, has some kind of optic.
Yeah.
Like in a time before where that was like standard issue for police personnel.
Before police militarization truly went insane. Yeah.
Exactly.
This movie is predicting the militarization of police.
But these racist caricature drug gangs have like high caliber 50 BMG sniper rifles.
Yeah.
And M60 machine guns.
Yeah. I like the guy with the 2 Uzis.
Oh, he's my favorite. I love a guy limp wristing an Uzi in an action movie, and this guy's got 2 of them.
He's got 2 limp wrists.
And they never run out. That dude has infinite ammo turned on.
It's awesome.
Then Danny Glover also has a sawn-off shotgun with another giant laser sight mounted on top.
Which a laser sight for a sawed-off shotgun is absolutely unnecessary.
And he's waving it around like a pistol half the time.
You don't need a laser sight on a sawed-off shotgun. There's a spread on that. Like, the whole point is if you're pointing it in the general direction of what you want to shoot, one of the pellets is gonna hit it.
Right. And then even the government guys have like a cryo gun at the end of this movie. He's carrying around like a fucking ice cannon.
It literally looks like
Mr. Freeze.
I have an air purifier in our living room. It looks like he has an air purifier that he is shooting the fucking. It looks literally like the same thing. Yeah, he's basically using a big fire extinguisher on the Predator. Yeah, in this opening sequence, I think it's the guy with the 2 Uzis. It's the guy who's like in charge of like this gang of the Colombian guys.
Yeah.
He gets shot at one point in like during the shootout. He gets like winged in the shoulder, and they like retreat into the building. And I love him. They retreat into the building. They arm up more. They like grab more of these insane guns. And this guy takes a palm full of cocaine, like hand open palm full of cocaine, snorts it out of his palm, just does a palm line, and then rubs the rest of the cocaine in his bullet wound.
Yeah.
That was one early moment of this movie where I was like, is Predator 2 gonna fucking whip ass?
Yeah, cocaine just gave you superpowers back then. It was like Popeye's spinach.
Yeah, it is so funny that this movie treats cocaine and marijuana as if they are the same.
Right.
But because later when we see the Jamaican guys like hotboxing the car, it's like, yeah, drugs turned these guys into murderous sociopaths. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I think that they'd be pretty chill. They're smoking huge blunts.
But to your point, like, I remember the first time watching this and it being pretty unpleasant throughout. I did not have a good time with this movie the first time. And I was kind of perking up in this opening sequence between just like how chaotic everything is, the guns and the insane stunt work and like these stunt actors. We got fucking Thomas Rosales Jr. is one of the gang members, and he is like he's like the Mexican Al Leong, and that if there's a Mexican guy in an 80s action movie, it's Thomas Rosales Jr.
Yeah.
Much like if there's an Asian guy in an action movie, it's Al Leong. So I'm like, I'm having a good time with this. Like, is this one gonna rock?
I was having a good time with this too.
And I think we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I had a better time with this movie than I did the first time.
Yeah.
But I do think there's like this first crazy action sequence is a high that the movie never quite comes back to.
I agree with
and
that.
Like, and then there's stuff like Danny Glover getting in this car to use it as like movable cover.
Yeah, and he's got the bulletproof vests in the windows of the car so that they can't shoot through the windows. Yeah.
That's fun. And then he like flanks these guys and blows them all away with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And then so the gang members retreat into their hideout and like their armory.
Yeah.
And
throughout this whole shootout, you've been seeing the infrared predator vision occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll cut from like what's happening on the street to like an aerial view in infrared, and you'll hear like predator clicks.
Yeah. And so the predator jumps down through a skylight, cloaked, and these guys are killed off screen. And this is when it was like, oh right, this is the stuff that I don't like in Predator 2.
So yeah, so this was my first time watching this movie, and when these guys are initially killed off screen, this first group of guys is killed off screen, my alarm bells were not going off yet. I was like, okay, they're showing us some good aftermath here. We're building tension. The first set of Predator kills should be off screen. We're withholding that. When we started to get later in the movie and more and more and more of the Predator kills were off screen, I was like, you really have to start showing me something, Predator 2, or we're gonna have a big problem.
Yeah.
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 But this one was fine for me because I was like, I think this early in the movie, doing the Predator action off screen makes sense. It's when we start getting into the second and third acts when I'm like, we really can't be doing this anymore.
I think you're right. I think the aftermath gore is really cool.
Yeah, and it's it's gorier than anything we get in Predator 1. The aftermath here, like these dudes have like their chests ripped open. There's like so much blood all over the place. It's immediately like, oh, we're ramping things up. And then again, just like the opening action sequence, it never quite gets back here.
Right.
Like, except for the flayed bodies, which is actually the goriest part of this movie. But I think like that's not too long after this, right? And then it's like we have all these like in that later scene we have all these flayed bodies like strung up from the ceiling, and you're like, wow, holy shit, Predator 2's really going there. And then there's another hour and 15 of the movie where it does not ever go there again.
Yeah, and I think just this first scene was like a reminder of what was to come, which is like a lot of stuff off screen. The Predator's cloaked for a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
We're using Predator vision so much
There's a
in
lot of
this.
Predator vision.
And in scenes where it doesn't really need to be there, it just kind of fills time.
I was perplexed by later in the movie when his helmet gets taken off, and then we still are doing Predator vision, and I was like, so his eyes just do that? I guess.
Yeah.
Because even when he's not wearing the helmet, he still sees an infrared. And I was like, that's really weird. Why would that be the case?
Well, I think he's seeing in like ultraviolet, which is how he's able to see the.
Not when he changes the settings to see
Oh, he
the
changes
flash-
the setting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
okay.
changes his settings on his helmet to see the flashlight beams.
Yeah.
But then after that, Danny Glover takes his helmet off. And after Danny Glover takes his helmet off, we cut to infrared vision again.
Okay.
And I'm like, so his eyeballs just see an infrared? And all that time that I thought the helmet was doing that, it's like, no, that was just like the default setting where he's just seeing what he normally sees, which is, I guess, in heat signatures.
Because I think in the first one, when he takes his helmet off, we get a shot of his vision, and it's all red.
Yeah.
Like it's not the blue, orange, and green and red.
I
heat
remember
signature.
that.
But
Yeah.
but we don't get that in this movie. I don't
No,
think.
in this movie, like after he takes the helmet off, it's just the normal helmet
Yeah.
infrared,
Yeah.
which is very bizarre. Anyway,
It's a problem with Predator 2 that we're spending this much talking about Predator vision.
well, the movie sort of demands it because this movie is 10% Predator vision.
It's just so much of it.
Yeah.
So the guy with the Uzis, the leader of the Scorpio gang.
Yeah.
Danny Glover shoots him off this building, and he sees the Predator.
Yeah.
The guy sees the Predator cloaked. It gets shot off this building. Great stunt from this guy falling off the building.
I did like this fall. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. But yeah, I think a pretty solid opening to this movie.
Yeah,
overall.
yeah. This is also where we learn that Danny Glover has a fear of heights, which, like, fine. I wish the third act wasn't mostly about that. It just, like, when it kept coming back in the third act where it was like, heights, here's the heights thing again. Uh-oh, more heights. I was like, can we, if this isn't going to go somewhere, can we just fucking abandon this, please?
You mean when we're deep in Act 3 and it's like taking 5 minutes for him to climb down this building?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It was just too much. I was like, I'm not watching Vertigo. Can we please get on with it? But yeah. And so like
He follows the Predator to the art museum and the Predator's in a painting.
the Predator has the dreadlocks in the little like swirly bun with the little clip. He's like, you remind me of a Predator I once loved, or whatever. So he goes back down into the building, and this is where we see like the aftermath. Like the Predator has attacked while Danny Glover was on the roof chasing this guy, and it's just like carnage. Like these guys have like their hearts ripped out and shit. And immediately they're like, "Oh, this was the work of the like Jamaican voodoo posse," which is it's so fucking crazy that we're just saying Jamaican voodoo posse over and over in this movie.
Yeah.
And then, and then when fucking, I don't think it's Gary Busey. I think it's like the captain guy.
Robert Davi?
Yes, I think it might be Robert Davi. Is like, yeah, we have to stop the Jamaican voodoo posse, or else they're gonna take over the entire West Coast. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? Rastafarian weed dealers who do like Caribbean folk magic are at risk of taking over the entire West Coast. But yeah, so they assume it was the Jamaican voodoo posse who killed all of these Colombian guys, and they're looking at this guy strung up upside down, naked, like bleeding out, and being like, "Oh yeah, it looks like their work." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" This was clearly done by a space alien hunting humans for sport. Yeah, so they're basically like, okay, like we're gonna have to like investigate this more, like find the guys who did this or whatever. we stop by the police precinct after this, and the police precinct is just straight out of RoboCop.
Yeah,
We're just doing the RoboCop police station.
There's a tracking shot of all the chaos of this police station, and it's like RoboCop times 10 with just how many people are in this police station yelling and criminals and sex workers being booked and these little bits in between them and the cops. And then we have Bill Paxton just flirting like a psychopath with Maria Conchita Alonso.
Bill Paxton is good in this movie. I think he is doing a good performance of a character that I fucking cannot stand.
I do think this is Bill Paxton at his most unhinged.
He's a maniac in this movie, which is kind of why I think it's a good performance, is because like this guy is like a misogynist and like really gross and skeezy, and it seems like Paxton just like is leaning into that and then just turning it up to 11. And I'm like, I like what he's doing. I fucking hate this guy, which I think is the point. Like, you're not supposed to like him. Do you like?
I kind of like him. I like that he sticks around because he seems like he's just going to be a joke. I like that he sticks around and then he sort of tries to shape up and be like, he's still a perv or whatever, but he's like taking this cop thing seriously.
Yeah.
After basically Maria Conchita Alonso squeezes his nuts.
Yeah.
And that gives him the impetus to try to become a better person and be a good cop.
Yeah, yeah.
And
although
like,
he is still being like a huge scumbag even after that.
Oh yeah.
Like at the bar when he's like, sorry, police business, and he licks his fingers to straighten out his hair and then goes to dance with this woman. Yeah. Hey, buddy, back off. That's my sister. Oh, wait, you're not my sister, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's a lot of fun.
Yeah. He's a kind of a fun scumbag. But like at the same time, like there's just so much of it. Like the line where they show up at the flayed bodies crime scene and he's talking to Maria Conchita Alonso again, and he's like telling a joke where he's like, so I went to the doctor and they asked me for a urine, feces, and semen sample. And I said, hey, doc, I'm in a hurry. How about I just leave my underwear? I was like, that's fucking disgusting. Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you? He's also wearing this like kind of mustard blazer the whole time that he has sweat through. Like he has pit stains in the blazer, not just the shirt underneath, which just makes him seem so like disgusting and greasy and horrible.
Yeah. So we also get a little bit more with Danny Archuleta, who's Danny Glover's partner in this.
Yeah. It was funny to hear Danny Glover constantly saying Danny in this movie.
Yeah. I like this guy.
Yeah, me too.
I think when he dies, you get why it affects Danny Glover so much.
Yeah.
And I think he has a good presence in this movie. I really like this part here in the opening where like he knows something's off with what happened at the gang warehouse, and something's off about the way these guys died. And he says like, so this guy killed 5 armed gang members by hand and then strung one of them up. Maybe we should hire him.
Right. Yeah, we should put him on the payroll. He's cleaning up the streets for us. Which would be kind of be a funny thing if that's the way that this movie went, is just them trying to like control the predator, like them trying to like direct him to murder more of the drug gangs. They're just trying to like use the predator as a police asset. Which is not what happens.
Well, the original ending to Shane Black's The Predator featured the humans teaming up with predators.
Huh.
Like I don't know exactly what happened there, but there are set photos of like predators riding in like American tanks with American soldiers there.
Huh.
That isn't actually in the movie, but that was a plan at one point.
Yeah.
The Predator, a movie that sucks ass.
Yes.
And I hate.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll talk about it one day, but not anytime soon.
Yeah. Which is a shame because Shane Black usually pretty solid.
Yeah, but it makes sense why he's been in director jail for the last few years, and like
After making that movie.
and his most recent film is a direct to streaming Mark Wahlberg action movie, and I'm sort of like, yeah, I kind of get it.
He brought that upon himself.
Yeah,
With The Predator.
I think there was like studio meddling too, but yeah, it's
Is that the Adrian Brody? No, Adrian Brody one's Predators.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that one's okay.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back to that one.
Right. That's the one where they go to Predator Planet.
They go to Predator Planet.
Yeah.
And it's also sort of funny trying to buy Adrian Brody as an action hero.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got like the tack vest on, and
It doesn't matter
sleeveless like he's Arnold at the end of the first one. I'm like,
Yeah. It doesn't matter how fit that guy gets. He just has like music. He has band nerd faced, you know? Like you look at that guy and you're like, this guy's like an orchestra nerd, you know?
Yeah,
It doesn't. He can get as built as he wants, and you just look at him and you're like, no, that's a guy I would shove in a locker.
Yeah, he looks like a frail man who has undergone tragedy.
Right. He can't help but looking nerdy and haunted. Anyway, so yeah, they're looking into the whole like, hey, some weird shit happened here. Not really convinced this was the voodoo posse, but you know, we're gonna keep our eyes open. And then speaking of the voodoo posse, then we go to this Colombian drug lord's penthouse. This is another moment where I was like, wait, is this movie actually good? Because the way that we go to the penthouse is crazy. Some of the editing and cinematography in this movie is like so frenetic and high energy that it was a little bit reminding me of Stone Cold. But unfortunately, Stone Cold is a better movie.
Yeah.
But the shot where we're like,
Unfortunate for Predator 2, fortunate for Stone Cold.
where we're like across the city and we start zooming in on the penthouse window, and like from the time when the shot starts, you can hear a woman moaning while she's fucking somebody. And like the shot zooms in on the penthouse window and you can like see her bouncing up on top of this dude, and the moaning just gets louder and louder as the camera gets closer to the window. That was really making me laugh.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. And then we cut inside and the voodoo posse busts in. This is the head of the Colombian gang or whatever. And they like string him up and do a bunch of fucking racist bullshit.
You know, again, it's like you said, it's sort of quaint. So when he's like, when the Jamaican voodoo priest gang member is like, I'm going to take your soul, and he's like playing with this knife and like drawing. He's like drawing the cuts that he's gonna make on this guy in paint or blood or something. I was like, that's kind of rad.
They're also all just dressed so insane.
Yeah.
The Jamaican voodoo posse's costumes are wild shit. Especially later when we meet King Willie, the head of the Jamaican voodoo gang, and he is wearing like a chest plate that is the shape of the continent of Africa.
Yeah, dude.
That shit's so fucking wild. Also the wig on that guy. I was looking at his hairline and I was like, those dreads are not real.
Yeah.
But I kind of like this guy, the main guy who is torturing the Colombian drug lord. I kind of like this performance. It's a shame that this guy's not in more of the movie.
Yeah, I thought he was King Willie at first, and then I forgot about the actual King Willie scene.
Yeah.
This scene is like, I think one of the scenes that people cite as like the best scene in the movie, because for a while people were like, yeah, Predator 2 sucks, but there's a couple cool things about it.
Mm-hmm.
This scene was one of them. I do agree. I think this scene where these guys get taken out by the Predator is pretty good.
Yes, I agree. It is also one of the only times in this fucking movie that the Predator is killing guys on screen.
Yeah.
And so, like, the movie peaks early because it's like, yeah, you're actually seeing him, like, knife dudes and lift them up while invisible, and it looks pretty good, and it's pretty cool. And then, like, later in the movie, I'm like, okay, can we have more of that fucking shit, please?
But he's got more gadgets in this. He has the net that like constricts on you after it grabs you.
I like in Prey when he uses that on one of the French fur trapper guys, and he the guy just turns into hamburger meat. He just like gets minced by the net. It's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the spear tip thing that he shoots at one of these guys that they'll they'll investigate later.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
some good shit here.
Yeah, and the aftermath is good with them when they investigate the crime scene. And we got like 3 or 4 of these dudes strung up and skinned. It's pretty graphic, and I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like pretty horrific, and you get a good look at some of these, and like the effects look good, like the props, the dummies look good, and this is like to me, this is sort of where like the movie peaks here, and then it just keeps going for a while. Because basically they're like, this doesn't make any sense. This crime scene is so similar to the other one that we found, right? But it's like these are rival gangs, so somebody is killing both of them.
Right.
So that becomes kind of the new focus of the investigation.
And Keys, played by Gary Busey, and Adam Baldwin's character, these guys are feds. They've been introduced slowly throughout this movie, and it's kind of clear that there's going to become like a jurisdiction battle over this case.
Yes.
And they show up here and start swinging their dicks around.
Yeah.
Which I always... In cop movies and action movies, whenever this happens and the FBI shows up and like, this is our case now, and the cops are like, you can't take this away from us. Like, does that happen? Is that a thing?
I think that might just be a Hollywood thing.
Yeah.
It's like we have to have conflict in this movie somehow, so we're going to just be like, yeah, don't fucking step on our turf, you feds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much this is a real thing. Although a lot of these, if the type of guys who go into law enforcement, a lot of these guys have big egos.
Sure.
I could see them not liking somebody else solving their case for them or whatever.
Yeah.
But
so Danny Glover puts Bill Paxton on tailing Gary Busey and getting some information about him.
Yeah.
Because they take away the girlfriend or the sex worker of the Colombian drug lord who survived because she wasn't armed.
Yeah.
They take her away for questioning. And then a little bit later after this, Danny Archuleta goes back to the scene to investigate that spear tip that they found.
Yeah.
And gets killed by the predator.
This is sort of when my alarm bells started going off.
Yeah.
Because this scene is like, I think, pretty effectively tense, because he's in the crime scene and he's all alone, and like it's pretty quiet and eerie, and he like sees the spear tip and he's like climbing up to get it, and you're just waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for the predator to pop up and get him, right? And the predator pops up and you're like, here we fucking go. This is gonna be a spine rip. It's gonna be awesome. Mm-hmm. And then we just cut away, and I was like, uh-oh. Because like instead you get the necklace on the floor with the blood dripping onto it.
Right.
And I was like, we're still pretty early in the movie, but I hope that this isn't indicative of a trend. And then it was.
And I also think the scene is a little too long.
Yeah.
It's like without
right.
effectively building the tension. And we get some tension for sure, but it's like he shows up at the crime scene and looks around with a flashlight for a little bit, and then sees the spear tip, and then tries to figure out how to climb up there, and slowly climbs up these columns.
Yeah. Much like the rest of this movie, a little bit of error could have been taken out of this scene.
It's a long hour and 45 minutes.
It is. This movie really has no business being an hour 45. This should have been a tight 90 max.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have enough movie for 100 minutes. We're not there,
So after this, there's a scene where Danny Glover gets chewed out by Robert Davi and the police chief.
This is where they're reading his rap sheet.
Right.
Right, because he got his partner killed or whatever.
Right. And meanwhile, they're investigating the spear tip, and the medical examiner is also investigating Danny Archuleta's body. Do you know who this actress was?
No.
This was Lillian Chavine, who you will know as the evil Mother Superior from Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh, holy shit.
Wow. From the first one, because they replace her in the second one.
Huh. She looks younger in this. Which is later. Yeah, okay, well that makes sense why I was like, this woman's energy is baffling and unhinged, and I love it.
Yeah, because she was in the Santa Murder movie.
Yes, yeah. Yes, her energy, yes, is baffling and unhinged. She is like she has an impossible to place accent. She sounds sort of German, and then also she's just like her dialogue is really expository, where she's saying things like, "Oh yes, the element doesn't match anything on the periodic table," but she's saying everything as if she's like trying to explain it to like a small child who she's frustrated with. Like, that's how she delivers all of her dialogue. Is she's like, "You stupid child, why aren't you getting it? It's not on the periodic table anywhere." And I was like, I could watch 12 and a half minutes of just this performance. If there's anything the movie needed more of, it's this lady.
Well, you could watch Silent Night,
Yeah,
Deadly
there you
Night again if you want more of her.
Yeah.
She was apparently French American, but she like started her acting career in England and then moved to the U.S.
Okay, which maybe explains the inscrutable accent.
Right.
Yeah.
I was so shocked to see her here.
Yeah.
But she's kind of a fun element to this movie that was a little unexpected.
Yeah. I do wish that this was more like a Dr. Lazarus from Outland thing, or like a Teddy from a Halloween 3 thing, where we kept checking in with her. I would have liked that.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Lazarus in Halloween 3.
Man, Dr. Lazarus would have been a match for Dr. Chalice.
That would have made a masterpiece even better, honestly.
Yeah. He would have tried to goose her once, and she just would have like fucking punched him and socked him in the face. Don't touch me like that, Dr. Chalice. You want to go get a beer?
So here,
Dr. Lazarus would ruin Dr. Chalice's whole life, because he would be like, "I'm gonna wear this woman down," and she would just stonewall him, and it would just make him try harder and harder.
Yeah,
he would die in love with that woman. Anyway,
he'd spend the rest of his days in that bar drinking away his life, thinking about the one that got away.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just be like, there'll never be another her. I've shared my bed with so many women, and none of them filled the void in my soul.
She went off to Io to bang Sean Connery.
Yeah. I like this. I like the Halloween 3 Outland shared universe.
Silver Shamrock sets up an outpost on Jupiter's moons.
Yeah, we learned that the like evil company that like runs everything in Outland just is Silver Shamrock Novelties. They're mining ore to like put into
the microchips.
For more fucking bug and snake lasers.
It's funny that we're referencing Outland, which is probably one of our least listened to episodes.
Yeah, well, no, it actually did pretty well.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, some of our videos on TikTok gained some traction with appreciators of that film, and it seems like they found their way to our feeds and actually listened to the episode. Okay. Yeah, that one did okay. Surprisingly, because nobody's heard of that fucking movie.
Right. If you're listening to this episode, let us know if the Outland/Halloween 3 jokes are working for you. I'm surprised that we went here on this.
Well, we're trying to avoid talking about the boring parts of Predator 2.
Yeah, that's true. The next thing is distinctly not boring, which is Danny Glover gets picked up in a limousine by the Jamaican voodoo gang and taken to meet King Willie. This performance from Calvin Lockhart as King Willie is fucking insane.
It's inscrutable.
It's so committed.
He's so weird because he's being like really ominous and menacing, but also very like gentle. Like this is sort of like a gentleman drug lord, you know, which I was not expecting. I was expecting more the energy of the guy from before who was like stringing up the Colombian drug lord. And instead this guy seems a little bit like more like intellectual and also very spiritual. He's like casting the bones and shit.
Yeah.
And I love that. I was like, okay, this is kind of like, he's sort of is emanating kind of like religious authority vibes rather than like this guy seems more like a priest than a drug lord.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's really making a meal out of this, like, you know, one scene performance.
Yeah.
To the point where when he dies in a few minutes, like, it's pretty impactful.
Yeah.
But it's also funny that like he has this conversation with Danny Glover in this alleyway. And he's being very much like, you know, Danny Glover's asking about the killer and
Right,
what he
he's
knows
like-
about him.
Yeah, he's like, we have a mutual enemy. I know that there's somebody going after your gang and the Colombians, and I want you to tell me what you know about him.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's a spirit from the other side, dog. It's a fucking ghost.
Yeah. It's a killer from the other side, and he's throwing the bone dice and stuff.
Yeah.
And then Danny Glover's like, okay, cool, and just wanders down the alley.
Yeah.
And then 2 seconds later, King Willie gets killed by the Predator.
I like that it's like the same scene. Like,
Yeah.
like Danny Glover walks away and immediately the Predator shows up and kills this guy.
Right. He's like he's like at the end of the alley. He just turned the corner and this
Yeah.
guy dies.
I think the Predator knows that he's in a movie in Predator 2, and he's like, well, in order to keep this movie going, I'm going to have to start picking these people up. He knows Danny Glover's the main character of the movie and is just after Danny Glover because of that. But yeah, he kills this guy again off screen, and this one is where it really started pissing me off.
Okay.
Because King Willie has a fucking sword cane with a snake handle, and he pulls the sword cane out and squares up with the Predator. The Predator like has his little like hand knife sword thing.
They build up to it with like the Predator lands while he's cloaked
Yes.
in the alley, and
And
he starts splashing in the puddles.
Yeah, and the effects of his invisible feet splashing in the puddle look pretty good. It's a pretty striking image. And they like, yeah, and then he uncloaks and they like square up to fight. And then we fucking cut away. And I was like, you can't show me this guy wearing an Africa breastplate and an insane dread wig, pull out a snake handle sword cane to fight the Predator, and then not show me him fighting the Predator. It's pretty unforgivable.
I think what saves it for me is I really like the cut, because you hear King Willie scream, and then you cut to a close up of his face screaming, and then it's revealed that it's his head that the Predator's carrying away. This is a fucking awesome looking fake head.
I do like the fake head.
I think I would have loved a fight, but I kind of think the editing is pretty clever here.
I feel like if you're giving me Chekhov's sword cane, I gotta see you use the fucking sword cane.
It is sort of nuts that they make such a big deal about this character in this short little scene.
Yeah.
And then they just get rid of him.
screen.
Get rid of him.
And then it's like, here's his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we get his skull being processed.
And this I really do like. This is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things in the movie, is you see how the Predator prepares a skull trophy for his collection. And he's got like this like suction thing. It reminded me of the thing that they put in your mouth at the dentist to like suck the spit out of your mouth. He's got one of those for the blood. And yeah, he's like got like a pump to like get the brains out and shit, and then he's like buffing it with this little polisher and shit, puts it in his little trophy room. I like all that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like Ralph Fiennes in 28 Years Later.
That's an even better skull processing scene than Predator 2.
But I would love to see them compare their skull collections and like
the
admire
Predator and
each
Ray
other.
Fiennes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes would be like, "Oh, welcome. Yes, I would like to show you my skull art." Just very gently. Come here. Don't you think it's a wonderful meditation on death? And the Predator's like, yeah. So yeah, he's got
Get the Predator fighting the alpha zombie with the big dick.
I wonder what do you think a Predator's genital situation is like? Do we think Predators have dicks?
See, like, I think the dick also has a set of mandibles.
Yeah. That's not ideal.
No. And the pubic hair is like very, very thick, like the dreads.
Like their dreads, right, yeah. It's like kind of tentacle pubes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
3 balls, too.
Yeah. Man, those alpha dicks in 28 Years Later, though. Whoo! Who doggy? Come on. Fucking they're even bigger than the blunts that the Jamaican voodoo posse are smoking, which are basically hog legs. They are like the Jamaican voodoo posse is smoking truly some of the largest blunts I've ever seen in film. And the alpha dicks in 28 Years Later, flaccid, are even larger.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway. Tune into our best of 2025 episode coming up in January for more talk about the dicks in 28 years later, I'm sure.
Especially because it's only one of like 5 movies that you've seen this year.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
By the time we record that episode, I plan to have seen more movies released in 2025.
Right. But probably not movies with bigger dicks.
No, I can't imagine that'll be the case.
Right.
Unless, I don't know, fucking sequel to Watchmen came out that I didn't know about. There's a really big dick in that one because he gets big at one point.
He gets big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then his dick is also really big because
Yeah.
he's really big. King Willie eats shit, and we also check in with forensics again, and they're basically like, hey, like, we found some shit where whoever is committing these murders has been at a slaughterhouse recently. So we get that like piece of information, which comes back. And the two cops are like going on a subway, I think, to go investigate the slaughterhouse, right? And like this is also just where this movie is very messy. When the Predator shows up on this subway, I truly did not understand how or why the Predator was here. Like it seems like the Predator again is aware. It seems like he's read the script and is like, now's the part where I show up on the subway.
Yeah.
Because why else would he be doing this? Which is fine. The other inexplicable thing on the subway is that
LA has great public transit.
Do they? Because I've heard the contrary.
Maybe not. I don't know. He's hitching a ride.
Yeah, whatever. He does.
I'm sure all of that jumping across rooftops and shit gets tiring.
Yeah, true.
Even with that build.
He's like, I gotta take the train. I'm so fucking tired of walking. It's impossible to live in LA without a car.
It's so fucking hot.
It is so fucking hot. They say it's 109 degrees at the beginning.
Yeah, it's a heat wave.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, the other inexplicable thing on this subway is there is a gang of like evil like RoboCop style punks.
Yeah.
Just terrorizing random citizens on the subway. And then like 5 separate civilians just pull out their fucking pieces.
Yeah. This
and
fucking
start fighting the punks back.
This fucking nerd that they're harassing takes out a piece and then they take it away from him. And then like 5 other people,
right, like an old lady,
like they're old
pulls
people,
like a fucking 44 out of her handbag and is like, "Stick it up, Sonny." It's insane. Like, it just feels like the energy of a totally different movie. This again feels very like Verhoeven in a movie that has only dipped into that mode like a couple times. It's really weird.
Yeah. And then the Predator shows up.
Yeah, like he busts into this subway train like he is Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And just starts like wreaking havoc in the subway car in a sequence that I think is like kind of cool because like the lights start flickering, so it's kind of like these strobing lights, and the Predator is like cloaked and just murking all of these random people, and like it's cool in theory, and then you're watching the scene and you're like, I cannot keep track of the Predator's action in this movie.
Yeah,
it's like too frenetic, it's too cut together, and like you can't clock his trajectory through the train car.
Yeah, I mean it goes on for so long.
Yeah,
and the strobing effect is so intense that you can't see anything.
Yeah,
and you get like infrared Predator vision in this sequence, but it's not like Predator vision of him killing people. It's just him walking up to his next victim, and then they get killed.
Right.
You know, in the strobe light with the strobe light sequence going on, and not in Predator vision.
And
I'm like, you know what would have been cool is if he. You know, the lights cut out and the lights strobing for a bit, and then we like do first-person Predator vision of him killing a couple of people.
Or alternatively, the lights just stay on and we get to fucking see some of this shit.
And then even like this is Bill Paxton's death scene here.
Yeah.
And they draw out Bill Paxton's death scene so long where he's like at the end of this train car just emptying rounds into the Predator, like reloading as the Predator's stalking, like advancing on it.
And the whole time the Predator's cloaked. And the cloaking looks mostly pretty good in this movie, but at the same time, it doesn't give you a chance to appreciate the design of the overall look until like the very end. You know?
The cloaking is definitely an effect that's improved from the first one, but they're using it so much that it starts looking a little cheap here. So he's like emptying rounds into this guy, and then he takes out a golf ball because he was doing this like golf ball thing with Marita Conchita Alonso before, and throws it at the Predator. And then he picks up a machete off of one of the dead gang members and brandishes that at the Predator. And then the Predator just like grabs him and throws him, and it cuts away.
And once again, we had set up a mano-a-mano sword fight for the second time in this movie with the Predator that we don't fucking see. It happens twice. It was driving me insane because it's like when he grabbed that machete, I was like, oh, cool. We missed out on this with King Willie earlier, and now the movie's going to give us what we missed before. And instead, the movie just pulls the rug out from under you and is like, oh, you thought there was going to be one Predator sword fight in this movie that contains 2 setups for that? No, sorry, it's actually, we're 0 for 2. It was making me insane.
Yeah, and it builds up this character's last stand, and then like...
And he's just dead.
It just becomes sort of tedious before he finally dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bums me out. And then we have the scene where he grabs Maria Conchita Alonso and sees that she's pregnant. But there's another few minutes of her moving people to the other train car. Then the subway stops. Everyone gets off. And there's like a few seconds of like tension with her investigating what's going on. And then the Predator jumps out at her, and it's like it's more air in this movie that we could have condensed.
Yeah, just like every scene in this movie could have lost like 90 seconds. Like basically every single scene is a minute and a half too long. It is funny to me though when the Predator uses ultrasound vision to be like,
congratulations.
He's looking nice and healthy.
Do you want to know the gender? Or would you rather it be a surprise?
Predator vision could be a very useful technology for the human race.
Yeah.
Because in Alien versus Predator, one of the aliens spares Lance Henriksen because he sees that Lance Henriksen has a terminal illness or like a heart defect.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, we could be stopping cancer with these.
It seems like Yautja should just be doctors, yeah. We should just be employing them in hospitals. And then just every once in a while to appease them, someone has to fight them to the death.
They probably wouldn't be great surgeons, though, because they would just take out their fucking David Cronenberg healing kit.
Right, they start performing like a bypass or whatever, and then like get overwhelmed with bloodlust and just rip the patient's spine out.
10 cc's of that blue goo that cauterizes a wound, please.
What do you mean, anesthesia? We don't believe in painkillers on Predator Planet. The pain is part of the honor of battle.
I think Yautja is a stupid name.
Yautja is a stupid name.
Especially because I don't think they ever say it in any of the movies. I think it's just from books and comic books.
Just deep lore.
Yeah. And at least we say xenomorph in Aliens.
Yeah.
I like it.
So in the Predator movies, they're just saying Predator. They do say Predator once in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like calling them predators.
Yeah, yeah. I just like saying Yautja just to let everybody know that I fucking know that that's the word for that, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I like him realizing that she's expecting and being like,
I guess I'll just knock this one over the head and let her live. I believe life begins at conception.
Yeah, fucking pro-life predators.
Predator.
I would never kill an unborn baby.
It's a child, not a choice.
I'm not a woke leftist.
But if you do abort it, let me have the skull and spine, please. I would like that for my collection.
I don't believe in killing babies, just bombing Palestinians. Conservative predator.
Make Predator Planet great again.
I love the Predators. Many people are saying that the Predators have been getting a bad rap. The Predators are very good people.
I'm best friends with Yauchas. I love the Yauchas. Your Trump Tower has the best Yaucha taco salad in the world.
The Predators have provided me with a golden spaceship, but it's a donation to the military. It's not for me personally. The Predators have treated us very good. I don't know why people are saying that I should not be accepting gifts from the Predators. I'm gonna send a squad of Predators into Chicago to get a handle on the crime. We are going to be staffing ICE with Predators. We're sending the Predators after the immigrants.
Fucking the Predators would join ICE. Are you kidding? Predator with one of those big face masks on.
Yeah.
And like someone with a cell phone camera being like, take that mask off, identify yourself. It's clearly the officer that's a 6 foot tall alien.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how many of those they got on the task force. We're sending Yauchas to deal with the Venezuelan drug gangs. Congress can go fuck themselves. I have.
I'm replacing Congress with Predators.
Oh, that I'm all for. I don't know. I don't think we'd get a lot done. I think it'd be a lot of.
I'm demolishing the East Wing to make a home for the Predators. The Predators are gonna live in the White House. Anyway, fuck ICE. Just to be clear. Abolish ICE. Unless it is made up of space aliens. Because that at least would be interesting. Yeah, so anyway, he doesn't kill Conchita Alonso here because she is with child. And she gets wheeled away in an ambulance. This was making me think that the optimal scenario to defend Earth against predators would just be to militarize all of the pregnant women because the predators aren't going to kill them, right? It's like even though she has a gun, the predator doesn't kill her because of the baby. So it's like clearly like if predators are attacking you, just give pregnant women guns and let them kill the predators.
You can't give guns to the kids because he would have fucking blown that kid away.
If that gun was real, that kid would have been dead. It's just because it was a toy gun. But it's like the baby does stop him even though she's armed. So it's like, yeah, just arm. What we need to do is we need to arm the pregnant women. Give every pregnant woman a gun. But yeah, and then so obviously like Danny Glover is even more like I gotta fucking get this guy because now Paxton has been killed as well.
Yeah, he shows up to the aftermath of the subway sequence, and Maria Conchita Alonso gets wheeled away. You know what's fun to say and also difficult to say?
Yeah.
Maria Conchita Alonso.
We've said Marita a couple of times on accident. I think both of us have done that now. Maria Conchita Alonso. Both of us know her name, and if we have mispronounced it previously, don't come at us.
It's just really fun to say and really fun to say it fast.
Yeah.
So he goes into the subway tunnels in pursuit and sees the predator, rip a skull and spine out of some guy.
And we get that like from far away, and it's a good shot that I wish had happened earlier in the movie and was setting up cooler shit.
Yeah, and I think we're supposed to know who it is, but I didn't.
I think it is it's Paxton.
Oh, he's taking it from Paxton.
He drags Paxton's body like all the way into the subway tunnel, and then that's the Paxton spine rip.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is when he punches the Tom Pope, the TV guy, as the predator like climbs up this building, and like it seems like multiple people see this.
Yeah,
it's like the crowd can see his cloaked vision, his cloaking.
Yeah, the camouflage in this movie kind of sucks because basically every single time the predator is cloaked, someone looks at him and is like, "Hey, what the fuck is that?" Like, even the kid who sees him in the graveyard, it's like the kid can clearly see that there is something there. Like he's not fooling anybody. And then they're like, "It's perfect camouflage," and I'm like, "Is it?"
Yeah, doesn't interact with LA as well as it does with the jungle.
Right, yeah. Harder to blend in the concrete jungle, I
also
guess.
Just harder to do a Predator movie in LA than in the jungle.
Also, like, a thing that I was thinking of a lot during this movie is why the fuck is The Predator Goes to the Big City not set in New York rather than LA? Because New York seems like it would be just a better... If we're doing Concrete Jungle, New York has so much more of that than LA does. And I assume just like cost restraints or whatever.
Probably, and like, you know, LA might be easier to fake too. I don't know where they shot this.
I don't know. I guess so. But like, just as I was thinking about the concept of it, it's like Predator Goes to the Big City. It's like, it seems really obvious that that should be New York. And it feels like LA is like a bad substitute for what that could have been, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. And like, I mean, this is the 90s.
Yeah.
The early 90s. I feel like a lot of action movies moved to the West Coast in the 90s.
That's true. Yeah, we went from Escape from New York to Escape from LA.
Yeah, and I think Demolition Man is in LA.
Right. Die Hard's in LA.
Yeah. I don't know. Predator in New York would be interesting though.
Yeah.
He would a fucking taxi driver versus fucking Predator. Or a bodega owner versus the Predator.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do like gang warfare where the Predator gets involved, I feel like that would also work better in New York. Not that, you know, LA doesn't have its own fair share of like, you know, notable gang violence and stuff, but I feel like it's like here's the thing: there are two movies in this movie. One of them is Predator gets involved in a turf war between drug gangs, right? And then the other one is government agents are actively tracking and hunting the Predator to try and capture him. Both of those sound like good movies on their own.
Yeah.
The problem is that this movie smashes both of those together, and each of those concepts is only done half well in this movie, right? And I'm like, if we're gonna do Predator gets involved in like a drug turf war in the big city, put that movie in New York and just have that be the whole thing. And the protagonist is like a gang member who like has to fight the Predator.
Boss, we got to deal with this fucking Predator business.
Man, set it during like the 30s. It's Al Capone v Predator.
This Predator's bad for business. We're getting too much heat from the feds with this whole Predator thing going on.
Hey, Predator, I'll meet you down at the docks. This Predator's gonna be sleeping with a pair of cement shoes in the East River.
You know, I'm just hearing some people they're a little concerned about this Predator business. You know, I'm not saying me, just some people. Might get in trouble with the commission here.
Just a car pulling up to a Predator walking down the sidewalk and get in.
Get in, the boss wants to see you.
Driving this Predator to the back room of an Italian restaurant.
So I thought I told you to stop fucking skinning people. It's bringing too much heat down on the organization. You're on thin fucking ice with me, Yautja.
Look, maybe we can come to an agreement. We're both businessmen.
You know, now that I think of it, there was a Predator video game, I think for the original Xbox, called Predator Concrete Jungle that I think was like inspired by Predator 2. I think it may have mostly taken place in like a much more futuristic city.
Yeah.
But I seem to remember the first couple levels being set in like the 30s, like he's hunting mafia guys. So they already did that, I guess.
That's awesome.
I never played it, but I remember seeing some gameplay at some point.
I just love the idea of like a gang contract on the Predator. Just like putting out, like getting the Iceman a contract on the Predator.
Someone wrapping piano wire on the back of the Predator.
It uses its like little wrist knife to cut the piano wire. Yeah. Unfortunately, none of that happens in this movie. Danny Glover, he
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding to the Predator.
Right, he's trying to form an alliance with the Predator by marrying his daughter to a Predator. Danny Glover goes to this slaughterhouse. He's looking for revenge on the Predator, and he gets to the slaughterhouse, and Gary Busey and the gang are already there. They've set up shop outside the slaughterhouse because they've already figured out that like that's where he is. And this is where Gary Busey is like, hey man, you don't get it. This is not like a fucking assassin. This is not a criminal that you're after. This is an alien from outer space. And I love that, like, Danny Glover's reaction to this is kind of like, I don't give a shit. I just want to kill it.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, this is where Gary Busey's like, we're going to go in with, like, our cryo gun and freeze it so that we can study it.
Yeah, they think that he uses infrared vision, so they have these suits on that'll deflect their body heat.
Yeah.
And it's a slaughterhouse that the Predator's been using for food.
Yeah.
And it's cold in there, so they can use that to their advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get all these guys in fucking Monsters Inc. costumes with guns.
Yeah.
In this slaughterhouse, and I think this is a good setup for the sequence. I think like the sequence has potential.
I agree. And then it just kind of turns into a lame version of the sequence from Aliens.
Yeah.
And that's really unfortunate because like this should have been a bigger and better version of Predator versus the Voodoo Posse earlier. Like if this movie was good, it would take sort of that thing that it did earlier and really ramp it up because we're in the third act now. So it's getting even crazier. We're seeing him murk these guys in even more spectacular detail. And instead it's like so choppy. Like you're seeing like the video from their like suits and stuff, but you don't really get to see much. And yeah, it's shitty Aliens.
Yeah, I mean, he turns on the UV vision and jumps down and basically kills all these guys in a circle.
Yeah.
In really, really, like there's a couple of quick kills, and then we start seeing the CRT monitors go out as they lose their, as each of them dies. And then he fires a rocket at Gary Busey, and we get a great close-up of Gary Busey screaming.
How the fuck does Gary Busey survive this?
Don't know.
The Predator shoots a rocket at his face. And then he shows up later and he's missing one tooth.
No, half of his face is burned off.
Oh,
He does look a little bit like Dean Norris in Total Recall.
Okay.
When he's got that pussy face.
Yeah. But it is crazy that he survives a rocket to the face.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a great like POV you are the missile shot of going towards Gary Busey and he's like, ah! Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah. Danny Glover busts in and starts tracking the Predator.
Yeah, I like that he's like, I'm going in, and Adam Baldwin kind of weakly is like, you can't do that. And then Danny Glover pulls out a gun and is like, fucking stop me, bitch. He goes in and is hunting the Predator mano a mano. And this bit in the slaughterhouse, I actually don't mind. The Danny Glover v Predator stuff in the slaughterhouse, I think it's pretty decent. And then like the movie doesn't end here and it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going.
Right, because it's trying to do the like prolonged mano a mano hunt from the first one.
Yeah.
Just not as good.
Yeah.
Because the first one had an arc to it where Arnold has to realize he learns things about the Predator and has to figure out that the way to defeat him is to get rid of his weapons and fight this guy on his terms. And the Danny Glover just sort of trails behind the Predator's wake in this movie until he stumbles into the end of it.
And also just gets really lucky. Like he gets lucky that
he's so lucky
in
this movie.
He gets lucky that the cloaking doesn't work because the sprinklers are on, and then he gets lucky with like grabbing the little sharp frisbee thing.
If he didn't have the bladed disc, he'd be fucking toast at the end of this movie.
Yeah. I do like him shooting the Predator a bunch of times with the shotgun though.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
And then he lifts the mask off and says, "You're one ugly," and then gets choked by the Predator, and the Predator goes.
The Predator finishes the quote because again, this Predator knows he's in a Predator movie. Why else would he say this?
Yeah. Motherfucker.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That was a moment where I did have a soft fuck you movie, because it's like, why are we doing the quote from the first one? Why are we doing this?
I mean, just like, get used to that, buddy.
Yeah.
Get used to that.
Right. Yeah, he's always one ugly motherfucker.
He's always one ugly motherfucker. We're always getting to the chopper, whether that is a literal helicopter or get to the choppers, and they use motorcycles.
See, I like that actually as
But
a
it's
twist on Get to the Chopper.
in the Predator, though. It's in the Predator, and I was like, "Fuck you, movie."
Yeah.
There are a couple big Get to the Chopper moments that felt like "fuck you" movie.
Yeah.
However, I think like even though I don't love it when your one ugly motherfucker or Get to the Chopper comes up in a Predator movie after the first one, it still makes sense as like a thing that a person might just say.
Yeah.
As opposed to Die Hard, where John McClane
right.
keeps saying "yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker" over and over again.
Yeah, because he's like, remember that time that I said that and it was awesome? I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's my thing now.
Yeah. What's much more egregious is a little bit later in the movie when the Predator says, "Shit happens." And I'm like, now the Predator's using idioms?
We saw him learn shit happens at least, though. I don't think we ever see him learn motherfucker.
Yeah, it's still a little too much.
Yeah.
It is like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Right. Yeah. Is
Bros before hoes. Like,
It's a Monday.
yeah. I don't need the Predator doing bits.
Yeah. So yeah, Danny Glover, he takes the mask off the Predator. It gets back up. The fight continues. It like goes up onto this ledge on the roof, and we get some dangling here. The Predator's dangling from the roof.
Gary Busey comes back.
Oh, you're right.
Gary-
yeah, with his face half
melted off,
Yeah.
and then the Predator shoots his like bladed frisbee at him, and it like you see it hit some of the slabs of meat in the slaughterhouse, and then it cuts his legs off.
And you see his legs fall down
What happened to his torso?
with blood. Yeah, great question. Also, the way that they shoot it is like they're hiding the kill from you, which again, by the third act of a Predator sequel, I really need to see more shit than this.
I think it's kind of creative. It just sucks that we don't also see his torso fall down, because they could have made a cool moment out of that.
Yeah.
Instead of it just sort of seems like a cheap effect.
Yeah. His torso just, I guess, vanishes into thin air because we don't see it fall.
Yeah. But then we have way too much dangling.
Also, like, before we leave the slaughterhouse, just a weird thing that I noticed.
Yeah.
The sides of beef in this slaughterhouse, like the half cows that we have hanging, look like shit. They don't look good or real.
You know, I wasn't paying attention, but there have been multiple movies or TV shows that I've seen where it seems like sides of beef hanging in a slaughterhouse are plastic.
Yeah.
I remember when that TV show Gotham was on.
Yeah.
I remember watching like the first couple of episodes, and I tapped out because there was a scene in a slaughterhouse where the sides of beef looked too fake, and it was like the straw that broke my back in terms of like, this show's just kind of cheap and shitty.
I was just noticing that in the slaughterhouse scene, because so much of it is a chase between Danny Glover and the Predator through these racks of like hanging like half cows, and they look like rubber. Like they don't look real at all.
Yeah.
And it was really starting to bother me. When we finally left the slaughterhouse, I was like, well, thank God I don't have to look at any more fucking plastic cows.
And it makes sense why they would use that on a film set.
Right.
But they it's just always funny when it looks fake to me.
It's like they didn't even try to make it look real, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then the fight goes outside. It's on the roof. They're dangling over the ledge. Danny Glover gets the disc thing because the Predator just is like, okay, fine, I'm doing Predator 1 shit now. We're going to hell because I'm bested. And he starts doing the self-destruct thing on his little wrist computer, right?
Yeah, it always seems like such a cop-out. It's like I'm an honorable warrior who will only fight someone who's armed
Right.
But if I lose, I'm going to turn
right.
on my wrist nuke.
If I start losing, though, I am taking all of you with me. I do like that they set up earlier that the wrist nuke from the first movie, the explosion was 300 city blocks. Like, it would destroy 300 city blocks. So when he starts doing it in this movie and we're in a city, it's like, oh, this is going to be like half of Los Angeles.
Yeah. It's also funny to think about Arnold outrunning that blast
Right.
and running 300
city blocks. They don't call me the running man for nothing. But yeah, so in order to stop the wrist nuke, because apparently Danny Glover just kind of gets, I mean, you do get it when you see him doing it. You're like, I get what this is.
Yeah.
He in order to stop the wrist nuke, he just cuts the Predator's arm off with the disc blade thing. And I think that moment is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And like what we don't get in human on-screen blood and violence in this movie, you do get a lot of shit happening to this Predator.
Yeah, there's a lot of Predator goop
Yeah, this
coming
Predator
out of this
gets
guy.
fucked up. I also love that the Predator blood is just like glow stick shit. That's always a thing in a Predator movie when the Predator gets cut and he's like bleeding this glowing green goop. I'm always like, I love seeing that. So yeah, he his arm gets cut off, but he gets away. He like starts like sliding down one of these pipes on the outside of this building and just crashes into these people's apartment. It's very funny to me that he crashes into these people's bathroom, like a whole the whole side of their apartment like caves in and a space alien tumbles into it. But that's not what wakes the lady up. It's him like making like grunting noises in the bathroom when he's healing himself.
Yeah.
But Danny Glover is like trying to figure out how to follow the Predator down. He's got his like fear of heights, also of birds, I guess.
Yeah. What was the deal with that?
I don't know. We spend way too much time on it. Where he's like, birds. Why did it have to be birds? And I was like, all right. Like, he can have one phobia. You can give your like hard-boiled detective character one irrational fear. Two is a bridge too far. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And he starts sliding down this pipe, and then he starts doing Assassin's Creed shit where he starts climbing a pipe, like an angled pipe that's going across the alley to the next building.
Yeah, I think it's the one that the Predator like fell into.
It's bent or whatever. And I'm like, for a guy who hates heights, he's certainly very good at climbing.
Right. Yeah, once you get over the like don't look down of it all, then it's basically just monkey bars.
Yeah.
Um
I like the stuff with the Predator healing himself.
Okay, so
it's
this,
really cool.
Yeah, this moment where the Predator opens up his Predator first aid kit and starts doing all this shit really won some points back in this movie for me, because I was like, oh, I love this shit. I love his like weird space first aid kit. He's got like a bone saw in there. He's got like all this like crazy shit. He like has this like shield thing, like this like dinner plate thing that has like a flame in the middle of it that he heats up this tile with and like puts some like crazy space powder on it that makes it blue, and then he like smears like molten glass over his arm stump to cauterize it. It's so sick. I love all of this shit so much. It's so creative and so fun.
Yeah. What slightly undercuts this scene for me is the shit with the lady waking up.
I kind of like the lady.
You kind of like the lady?
I kind of like the lady. I kind of think she's funny.
I think it's funny for about 2 seconds, and then we have too much of the lady.
I like that she's going to fight the Predator with a broom. Like, she hears noises from the inside of her bathroom that are like, and her response is to grab a broom. Because she's gonna fight a fucking huge space alien.
Well, it's funny
by
that
beating it with a broom.
she's like, she yells to her husband and she's like, I think someone's in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he like doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't get up.
Yeah. And then so the Predator busts through the door. He like just takes the whole door off the frame and then does the same thing to her front door and just runs out of the apartment. And then Danny Glover like follows the Predator in, and he's like going through the bathroom door, and he's like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm a cop, don't worry. And she's like, I don't think he gives a shit. That moment did make me laugh.
See, I was like, oh fuck, that's not I didn't like that. I maybe it made me laugh the first time, but this time I was like, that's some of the humor and stuff in this movie that I don't like.
Yeah, the old lady worked for me.
Okay.
I thought that was all right. Maybe it just gained a little bit of goodwill by its proximity to the fucking space first aid kit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He chases the Predator to this elevator shaft and climbs down it and finds that there's a hole in the bottom and falls into a Predator ship.
Yes.
And I really like the interior of this place.
Me too.
It's got this sort of like Aztec temple vibe to it. And
it was
there's
also
like
reminding
mist
me like
everywhere.
the walls that are like illuminated from within, basically, have like designs on them that kind of look like they're artistic depictions of something, but you never really get a good enough look at them to see like what it might be.
Yeah.
But it was reminding me of like cave paintings or like Egyptian hieroglyphics in a way that I thought was really interesting. I liked it a lot.
It also kind of looks like a laser tag arena.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was
Part of that is
like,
because of the like just knee-deep layer of fog, and I'm like, what function does the fog serve? Why do predators on their spaceships require knee-deep fog at all times?
Is there a guy on the ship whose job is fog?
Clark, get the fog machines running.
Okay, now we can take off.
The fog's getting a little too light. We need heavier fog.
I imagine that ship is really easy to get lost into.
Yeah.
Just wandering around those like temple like hallway.
Yeah. I know it smells crazy in there too.
Oh yeah.
When you look at a predator, because like they're always kind of wet. They're they're always. It looks like they're always sweaty, and they got those like crazy dreads that are sort of tentacles. They got their mouth looks like a vagina. I just cannot imagine that these things smell anything other than funky as fuck.
And they've been, going across the galaxy hunting creatures of
Yeah.
all kinds.
Right, they're always processing skulls and shit, so probably chemical smells are also, yeah. And the bone trophy room is in this room that Danny Glover wanders into. I just know it smells absolutely wild.
On this week's episode of Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe, I hitch aboard a Predator ship.
I'm following Clark, the fog guy, on the Predator ship.
So your job is processing all of the bone trophies that you and your friends collect on your missions.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining him in like a pair of giant overalls and a mask on, like working on this Predator ship, processing bones.
At the end of the episode, they pull out Mike Rowe's spine.
Yeah, and that's how Dirty Jobs ends. Rather than Mike Rowe continuing to be a right wing piece of shit.
Well, yeah.
We got
it's a shame that Adam Baldwin's spine doesn't get ripped out in this movie. He survives this movie.
It would have been nice to see his spine get ripped out.
Yeah.
And we get the xenomorph skull on the wall. We also
Yes.
get a big like monster skull too, and a few human ones.
Yeah. It is funny the moment that Danny Glover looks at the skull that was processed earlier from Danny, his like partner, because he seems to recognize.
He does seem to recognize the
his
skull.
friend's skull, which like, no offense, David, I am almost positive I would not recognize your skull. I'm like, what level of friendship are you at if you just are like, damn, that's my homie's bone structure?
I think I might recognize my own skull if I was. And then you know what I do? I crush it in my hand like Quaritch and Avatar: The Way of Water.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited for Avatar 3.
I'm so excited. I'm just holding out for fucking Avatar 3, man.
Yeah. You would probably recognize my skull because since I'm bald, you sort of see my skull more than most people see their friends' skulls in general.
Well, I have a scar that's like an actual indentation in my skull on my forehead from hitting the bathtub when I was a kid. I think I would recognize that.
Okay, well, now I would know to look for that. So maybe now I would recognize you. But yeah, so then there's a showdown with the Predator in the Predator ship, right? They fight again here to the death. The Predator captures him in the net, but then he uses the disc blade to cut the net open. This fight's okay. I like how it ends with him like doing a big vertical cut on the Predator's chest with the disc blade, and it's like very like bloody. You get lots of that like glow stick goop. It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Predator elders show up, and it's a cool scene.
I like this.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't love the optical effects of them appearing, but
a little janky.
Those don't quite hold up.
Yeah.
But they all have really interesting and distinct costumes. These are different Predator designs than what we've seen before.
Yeah, I like the main one who has like 3 different bone necklaces that he's wearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy seems cool.
Yeah, and I love Danny Glover's reaction where he's like, "Who's next?"
Yeah, he's just like, I'll fight all of these predators. I do not give a shit. I'm Danny Glover, the most violent policeman who's ever lived. But they sort of respect him because he's defeated one of their own at single combat.
Right.
And so they're like, hey, you know, here's your reward. It's a trophy that we took from like your planet or whatever. And they give him this like flintlock pistol from 1715 or whatever.
Yeah.
Which then like comes back in Prey. There's a little Easter egg where they reference it.
It was supposed to be a tease for Predator 3.
Right.
Predator 3 was going to be Pirates versus the Predator,
which they still should do.
Yeah,
yeah.
Especially now that they're going for doing Predator in different time periods, they should absolutely do that.
Yeah,
and they even bring the pistol back in the Predator Killer of Killers movie too. Yeah. So it's been referenced multiple times now in this like Dan Trachtenberg Predator universe that he's taken over since Fox was bought by Disney.
And
so like
I think like the thing that it makes sense that this movie's like impact on the greater franchise is mostly like the Predator lore and like the flintlock pistol and stuff, because that's the stuff that's actually interesting in this movie, is like them kind of fleshing out these creatures and their relationship to humanity and the planet Earth a little bit more than the first movie does. So it makes sense to me that that's like the thing that keeps popping up that's connected to this movie.
Well, and I think, you know, not for nothing, this movie doing something different from the first one is still an overall good thing.
Right.
Even if it doesn't come together seamlessly. Because, like, the first Predator movie, I think, is very obviously a commentary on or following in the wake of action movies like First Blood or Commando.
Right.
With the jungle setting and these, like, you know, basically Vietnam era soldiers going into a secret covert operation and all getting killed. Like, it has that relevance for the time period.
Yeah.
And so, like, taking the Predator and putting him in dystopian science fiction and like buddy cop movies makes sense for that particular era of movies.
Right.
Going into the 90s. Even if it doesn't come together seamlessly, I think, in this one.
Yeah.
But I think doing something different with each movie is a good idea.
Yeah.
Rather than just rehashing the first one. And I think all of the Predator movies have done that. To varying degrees of success, but like I think it's good that they keep trying to change things up.
Yeah. So then the ship takes off, and Danny Glover has to run off the ship before he presumably is taken into space.
Yeah.
So he runs off the ship. It takes off. He gets covered in a bunch of dust and ash, so he like looks like shit at the end of the movie. And he like kind of stumbles out into daylight, and then the like Fed's helicopter shows up, and Adam Baldwin is like, "We almost had him!" Like, and Danny Glover looks at the flintlock pistol and goes, "You'll get another chance," right? Which I do like that moment where he kind of is like, I understand these things better than the Feds who have been studying them, because I've like taken part in their culture now, which is like trial by combat, right? Yeah. Which I do kind of like that as a moment. And then that's basically the end of
the end of the movie.
Yeah.
That's Predator 2.
Predator 2.
Justice.
Yes.
Is Predator 2, starring Danny Glover, directed by Stephen Hopkins, director of A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, and the Lost in Space movie from 1998.
Oh, that explains so much.
I definitely saw that as a kid, but I do not remember it at all.
It's bad.
That's
not
what I've
good.
heard. Anyway.
Yeah. Gary Oldman turns into a crazy spider guy in that movie. It's Gary Oldman, right?
Don't know.
I think it's Gary Oldman. He turns into
a spider guy?
Yeah, a crazy spider guy.
Now you're selling me on it.
It's not good though.
Okay.
It's not good.
Is Predator 2 the greatest movie ever made?
David. No. Predator 2 is not the greatest movie ever made. This is a pretty easy one for me this week. But this movie does have some things that are worthwhile in it. I think I overall enjoyed the experience of watching Predator 2 more than I disliked it. I think I'm net positive on this one because there's some good shit here. Like the opening 20 minutes or so is, I think, really good. I think it's the setup for a better action movie than we ended up getting, but still worth seeing those first 20 minutes. And I also think the ending of this movie is pretty strong. I like that it gets weird. Like once we get into the alien ship, stuff starts getting kind of weird, and they don't over explain the whole like giving him the pistol thing. It's just kind of like an odd little moment that the movie lets stand on its own, which I like. And Danny Glover is good in this movie. He's really committing. He's cranked up to like a 12 in this, which I think is great. Paxton is great as this insufferable little fucking weirdo. Maria Conchita Alonso is great. Like, there's lots of good stuff in this movie. And also, the middle of this, between the highlights of the beginning and end, just drags and drags at points. Like I already said, I think every scene in this movie could lose 90 seconds, and that's like a pretty glaring criticism. So no, but like I'm glad I saw it. I'm watching this has made me more interested in seeing Predator Badlands, even though I'm only 3 films deep in this franchise. But the Predator franchise also seems like one where I don't really need to have seen any more than what I've already seen to appreciate like the next one that's coming out.
Yeah, you know? I don't think so. I think with Dan Trachtenberg's stuff, I think he's linking things more closely than they've done in the past.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like MCU levels of fucking expanded universe shit.
Right. I watched Prey when the only Predator movie I had seen was the first one, and I loved Prey. I thought Prey was great. And it didn't really require any previous knowledge. Like, I had seen the first movie, but I don't think I even needed to have seen the first one to appreciate and enjoy Prey, because it was really standalone. So, and that's the thing I sort of admire about this franchise, is that it kind of lets each installment just be its own thing, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And this one is its own thing, and it about half works. So it's not the greatest movie ever made, but I'm glad I saw it. I had a decent time with it. There's worse ways to spend, 108 minutes. David, is Predator 2 the greatest movie ever made?
Justice. No, Predator 2 is not the greatest movie ever made. However, I'm happy to say that my opinion on this movie has shifted pretty dramatically. I would say the first time I saw it, I thought this was a bad movie. I did not like it. There was more bad in it than good. And now I think I'm at the point where I can say, I think this is a pretty good movie. A heavily flawed movie.
Right.
A mess, certainly. I think the plot construction, the editing in this, the mashup of RoboCop, Lethal Weapon, and Predator doesn't work as well as it should on paper. But I had a pretty good time with it. It's just too long.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think there's so much dead air in this that you could take out. It's kind of a perfect movie for like watching on AMC one afternoon with commercial breaks.
I will say I do think this movie benefited from me watching it on a lazy Sunday afternoon. I do think like today was the perfect day for me to watch this.
Yeah, it's like the perfect movie to like have on in the background and pull out your phone when you're bored and then check back in for like the voodoo gangsters getting massacred, or Gary Busey getting cut in half and only his legs falling to the ground. But I even more than that, I think I liked this movie more than that too. I think like the The vibe of this thing is really interesting. It's really well shot. The lighting's really cool in it.
Yeah.
I like that it's a different vibe than the first one, not even just in terms of like the genres that it's pulling from, but aesthetically quite different from the first one. Danny Glover's fun. Bill Paxton's off the fucking chain. Maria Conchita Alonso is awesome. We're going to be saying that a lot next week, too. We're really getting our reps in with saying Maria Conchita Alonso. Kevin Peter Hall plays the Predator again from the first one. I think he does a great physical performance as the Predator.
Yeah. Good call.
So, no, not the greatest movie ever made, but I think this is a good movie now. I think I genuinely like it. I can see a little bit of why it's had the cult following over the years and the critical reappraisal. And it's a good sequel. It's a solid sequel. I don't think it's like worthy of the first one.
But again, the first one is one of the best action movies ever made in the history of the genre.
But as far as like the next
high bar.
As far as like the next Predator movie, it could have gone a lot worse. I think
that's true.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. We don't really need to tease what we're doing next week because we basically already said it.
Right.
Next week is The Running Man.
Next week we're doing The Running Man.
Yeah.
We're actually going to do an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie next week. I am. Have you seen The Running Man?
I've never seen The Running Man. This is going to be my first time with The Running Man.
I adore The Running Man, so I'm so looking forward to watching that.
Yeah.
And doing Arnold voice again.
Yeah. I will also do Arnold voice, and I'm much worse at it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll do this part this time.
Sure.
You can follow us on social media at TGMEM_podcast. You can follow us on Instagram and follow us on TikTok and engage with our stuff there. And I think that's basically all I have to say.
Yeah, tell your friends about the show.
Yeah, tell your friends about the show. Leave a review, whatnot. And until next time.
Later, dipshits!
We hope you enjoyed this episode of The Greatest Movie Ever Made. Please remember to leave us a rating and a review, and to subscribe to the show wherever you listen. We appreciate you supporting the show and spreading the word. Tell your friends to listen, tell your enemies to listen, tell your mom to listen. If your neighbor has an unsecured Bluetooth speaker, connect to it and play an episode. You can follow us on social media at TGMEM_podcast. And if you've got a movie that you want us to talk about, send us an email at thegreatestmoviepodcast@gmail.com.